everyone. Welcome to Soul Circle Magical Mondays. Woo! I am your guest host, Ms. Meka Nism, here filling in for the third week in a row for the truly magical Michelle Orwick. She is currently in Egypt, finishing up her extremely life transformative retreat and soul adventure in ancient Egypt, but in modern Egypt. But she was in ancient Egypt when she went, because her soul journey has really taken her there to awaken. And I really feel a lot of the downloads necessary for all of the messages from Isis and the programs coming through, like the Pink Rose Gate starting soon on May 5th that has been channeled through her, is being activated and started soon for the Thursdays in the months of May and June. They, really powerful mystery schools awakening inside of us. And we are so just divinely lucky to have Michelle Orwick holding that space for us and bringing that to us. So today we are on the other side of the incredible eclipse that happened on Saturday, April 30th. Whew, have you been feeling it? We really should be feeling the effects of that eclipse and the pair of eclipses, because they always come in twos, I hear. And it's something that will affect us for at least 6 months, but into our future. And really this eclipse season that we're in right now, since we just had the new moon in Taurus eclipse on the black moon, so it was the second new moon within a month, and that was super activating in a lot of ways. But one of the ways that it's most activating is that we are getting the shadow, or things that have been eclipsed in our lives, things that have been in the dark, really surfacing. So I think that I'm sure a lot of us are feeling overwhelmed, emotional, sensitive, and I assure you it's for the best reasons, because as you're facing all these past traumas, all these old programs, it is time to transform them into your greatest story. So really the whole theme of what's happening in May 2022, here it is, May 2nd, 2022, this beautiful magical Monday here in Soul Circle, is all about life transformation. Like, this is what you're going to look back on and be like, wow, things really changed for me at that time, May 2022. I know it's been many, months of change, years of change, a lot of really huge divine downloads coming through. But I really feel that this one month, even though there's so many things going on planetary, all of that as above, so below, all of that planetary action and bringing to the light is going to be happening internally. So get ready, but get excited, because you're supported with positive surprises. I know that we talked a little bit about that if you were in the Magic Moon group. So there's this Magic Moon circle that we do, that Michelle hosts, and I'm in there on a regular basis myself. I had the great fortune of supporting the hosting on Saturday, but the divine, magical Michelle Orwick was able to come in from Egypt and give us her messages from the Osiris temple, where Isis was coming, where Isis put Osiris back together. So the theme of the phoenix, the priestess of being what is resurrecting and coming back to life. So there is both the balance of what shadow is coming to light, top down, so from our government and from our authorities and from our programming, into the very, very internal guidance systems within us, as well as the power, the truth coming to light. So as things are dismantling, as the traumas and patterns that have no longer serving us are getting revealed and we're mucking through them, the truth of who we really are, our soul purpose, is able to shine brighter than ever. because all of the muck is getting out of the way. So it's not without some work, but all the heavy lifting is being done by the universe. You just have to be present for it. So my three main recommendations for this month are to be present, to really be aware of what is yours and what is not, and start that clarification process. So get present, really listen. So a lot of people are intimidated by the word meditation because it's like having to be quiet, but there is just the art of listening to how you really feel, listening to the sense of everything, and then acting on your divine inspiration, not from our habit of overthinking everything into worry spirals, but listening on the state of where your truth lies, fine tuning to that, and then taking action. So I will say there are some changes coming with your goals. And the reason I say that is because you are getting cleaned up. And with this eclipse, in 2 weeks, there'll be a eclipse, which will be the full moon eclipse. So that will be all about what you're going to let go. This new moon in Taurus solar eclipse, the solar was actually what you're bringing to light, what you're growing, and that lunar eclipse is going to be about what we're letting go. So in this in-between time where all of this stuff is coming to light, you might be changing direction. So talk about life transformations. You're really going to remember who you are. Remember why you're here. Remember that you are not your old stories and your old programming, but you are something vastly bright, divine, bigger, and it's time to maybe flip the script a little bit. Change your approach to your dreams coming true. Know it's possible for your dreams to come true, but be willing to make some adjustments to the plan, especially as the truth of everything that we are is starting to be revealed. We are in such a unique time in history. We almost take for granted nowadays this beautiful thing we have called technology, where we can communicate on a grand scale. And yes, that does lend itself to a lot of deception coming through and confusion coming through, but there is a place for the truth to be revealed. And with your discernment, with your own truth, even if there's some things that you will deny until the very end, starting to tune in of being allowed to make changes about your views of what reality is and to the very core of what your soul purpose is. So attuning to that, shifting paths even if necessary to truly do what you've come here to do, and really asking yourself that. So another thing I would say to tune into that, so you've got the listening, you've got that clarification process of shifting and being willing to alternate your paths a bit. And then you need to be a master of your words, be a master of how you're creating from what you're saying. And that's in and out. So be also aware of that cleanup of those excess programs, all those old traumas. It's time to heal those. So you look at them, bring them to light, be like, okay, this is going to take a little bit of work, but I have support systems. I have tools now in place, and allowing yourself to heal. Truly, it's time. It's not later. It's now. I felt that come through when we were doing the eclipse activation on Saturday, that you are healed now. And that was one of those things that was channeled. Those things weren't planned to be said. And that's what came through. And that was one of the most treasured moments of that. If we, just really listen, that we're healed now. So anything that comes up is able to be healed, but it's already healed. So letting it go and letting it to be transformed, transmuted, as in theta healing in the seventh plate and highest love and light, so it can be raw energy again, and it can be pure potential for the next creation. So as you're using your words, be precise, be kind, Now, kind doesn't mean you have to be a pushover. You can be establishing your boundaries, but be kind, but be clear and kind, and be intentional with your wording so that your clarity of purpose can come through, so that everything in the universe can listen to you and how you're creating your soul purpose. Exciting times here. It truly is that life-changing time. Also, May is an 11 universal number month, so it's all about that illuminations. So we're noticing patterns in all the planets that there is this coming to light. And I know it can be overwhelming, so make sure we're doing exercises to keep us grounded and calm and not having our adrenal systems whacked out from all the stuff that we're facing and all the urgency to shift and change and to bring in those divine downloads and take action. And you know, as we're navigating our transition from 3D thinking into 5D thinking, and what I mean by that is your day-to-day status quo, the way we've done things, is one energy, and now we're also fully activated in 5D, so that's more instant manifestations, more higher purpose coming through, more of your soul journey stuff is being active and present in your daily life. So if you're having to navigate those spaces, realizing that you can trust the 5D more and more. If you need to go back and clean up some 3D, you know, reality stuff and make sure you're getting your chores done, do it, but make sure you're approaching it from 5D energy rather than old limiting 3D energy. Don't go into panic and fear as all this stuff is coming up. Go into truth, joy, enlightenment. Go into using your words with clarity and saying, yes, everything works out for me. You know, everything is going to get better and better every day. I know that everything that's meant to find me will find me with ease, grace, and in perfect timing. Be clear and precise. You are placing your order with the universe, so you might as well get it right. So excellent. All right. So I wanted to just pull a couple cards because that's one of my areas of divination. And I've been pulling really great feminine energy cards, but there's a really nice balance of the divine masculine and divine feminine here in the middle of the solar and the lunar eclipses. I pulled the Empress today, and talk about spring, talk about this Beltane week energy. It is so enlivening. Like you can feel things wanting to come to life inside of you, all these seeds that are yearning for some nurturing so that you can blossom. And the Empress is all about that. It's this beautiful, nurturing, fertile ground energy. So be really intentional and clear about what you're planting, which are mostly your words, your intentions, your thoughts, your alignment, so that that's what's going to grow for you in your garden. So really excited. I love it when the Empress comes out because she's just such a nurturing hug. And some of us, I think Caitlin and a couple of friends of us were talking about our inner child work. And we were just having a vision of like everyone as like an inner child, because everyone started out as a kid. Everyone was a child. And sometimes we forget that that child is still inside of us. Yes, as we're moving and just shedding our past, we're letting a lot of that go. That doesn't mean you can't stop for a second and give a hug to your inner child, or let the universe give you a hug and your inner child a hug, so that you feel complete and nurtured and supported by everything in your life. And you're not feeling lost and astray and all these blasts of light coming up, that you're really like, that light is surrounding me. It's hugging me. It's embracing me. It's here to nurture my seeds that are blossoming and growing. So that balance with that Empress, I actually pulled the beautiful Mother Mary. And I love this because the Magdalene codes were also activated on Saturday while Michelle was in Egypt. She was connecting to a group in the Holy Land, which was activating the Magdalene codes, where, you know, the support of all these characters of like the Holy Land, Egypt, all these energies correlate. Even in the different cultures, we really do see the relationship of this Empress, this mother energy, Mother Mary, who also relates in the East to Kuan Yin, that nurturing enlightenment energy, who will not let us stay in the dark. So Kuan Yin in the East is always like, I'm enlightened, but I'm here until everyone else gets enlightened. Mother Mary is like that too. Obviously, we're in the West way more familiar with her beautiful, loving stories. But I like to show a reflection back of like, sometimes we need to be loved and nurtured, and that can come from inside of us. But remembering that the universe has our back, and this universal mother energy is so beautiful to come right now through as we're having these huge transformations and as we're shifting the patriarchy still. It's nice to know that the balance will be there, and there'll be times where there's some nurturing energy to support some of this destruction energy that's happening as all this stuff is coming, being, coming out of the dark, everything that's been eclipsed in our lives coming to light. They will have all of the divine masculine and divine feminine support for that. Also, I love that I have this beautiful deck that I've been really probably falling in love with because there's a lot of owls in it. And to me, owls are super magical creatures. We all have those spirit animals that we resonate with, and owls are one of mine. I do a lot of shamanism, as many of you know, and that the animal guides, man, when you realize that animals have just as much wisdom, they just have a different way of expressing it. And that's another thing to listen to. Listen to your animal guides. Look at the sky, because it's not just about knowing what the stars are doing. It's really like looking at the light of the sky, looking at the reflection of the light of the sun on the moon coming to your eye, and knowing what journey that light has had in the cosmos will also give you comfort and really a blueprint of what that light can do on the universe that's inside of you. So this deck is telling us to go the distance. And that means really be ready to be courageous. Don't be afraid of looking at other stuff that's healed, ready to be healed. Healing is healed now, is already healed and ready to be shed. Go the distance. Do your busy work, follow through, listen to your intuition, and take action. Leap forward. In shamanism in the West is the spirit of the jaguar. Jaguar is, this fierce, fanged courage to go and face your fears, to face your old program, to tear old realities apart so that you are truly backed up by the whole universe before you enter the hummingbird in the north, which is that higher heart work. So this is doing everything that needs to come to light, be shed, be transformed, be healed, be here now, be present in. Don't be afraid, because you got some super jaguar energy backing you up, but go the dense distance, do the work. Don't be afraid of massive changes. If you have to completely do a whole new approach to your life, do it. Spring cleaning is here for a reason. This Beltane energy is like next level spring cleaning. It's time to do it. So with those cards, I'm feeling totally inspired that all of the messages are in alignment, and we are the ones cleaning up our intention. And I am excited because something that I've always felt really attuned with is that we are the leaders of our world. We are the voices of our generation. We are the spiritual teachers, the musicians, the artists, really every role in life that needs to be done is us. It's not some outside force. It's not like we're separate from what is happening in the world. We kind of see an us versus them mentality that we're told these important people, these celebrities and politicians, they're the people doing stuff. And I'm like, no, it's us. Every conversation we have is creating reality. Every belief system that we have holds certain realities in place. That's the only reason there's a structure for those celebrities and politicians to live on. So if we change, they have to change too, to serve us. And that's what, politicians, we're reminded that politicians are there as a service to us. to keep us safe, and to honor our communities and make sure that everyone's looked out for. So that accountability is also coming through with that top-down work that's happening in power structures right now. So with our activation today, we are going to focus on complete clarity of connection to what our true soul purpose is. Letting all of the shadow be cleared away, the big, beautiful lights coming in and shining on everything, going our distance to clean up, do all the spring cleaning, so that we're really ready for this life-changing time. So I can't see the comments because I'm on Zoom, because that's the safest way to do this with Marissa and I. But if you guys want to comment, connect, have any questions, Marissa is there totally monitoring, and I will go back later. I know Michelle will go back later and connect to this. So if you want to be part of the Path of the Mystic Rose, the Pink Rose Gate will be starting on May 5th. Do contact Michelle about that right away, because it is truly the most powerful program she's created to date. And as many of us know, I'm changed by what she's taught me in my life. I completely healed a back injury that I had for 3.5 years. I couldn't even walk for long periods of time. It definitely affected everything in my life. And I went right to Michelle Orwick and I was like, all right, it's time to learn some more. And we went right into theta healing. I became a spiritual life coach. I've done a dozen or more classes with her. And now this is the next level. She's bringing this program through, and it's going to be different gates, but the Pink Rose Gate starts here in May. And it's perfect alignment of everything we've been talking about every time, all of the astrological reports, all of the divine loads coming through. It's time for this. So I'm really excited for anyone that's going to share that journey with us. I can't wait to see what Michelle is bringing to our community through her divine leadership. And I'm just can't wait to see what's going to happen next for us all, because we really are the transformers and creators of our time here on Earth and our next beautiful wave and revolution that's happening in this 5th dimensional reality. So yeah, I'm all for it. Excellent. So let's shake it off. Woo, woo. Do some feathers. Brush away all that excess. Everything is already, it's just sticking around. Let's brush it out, sweep it away. In Japan, they sweep their porches and their businesses every morning to sweep away the old. Whew. Let it all out now. Settle in. Settle into your heart. Really listen to where your center point is. Listen to everything that needs to come into alignment. Feel that light in your heart. So true, so bright. Glowing brighter and brighter and brighter. Filling every cell in your body with wellness and safety. Giving you a total beautiful shield, golden sparkling light all around you. And lifting you up past your ceiling, past the clouds, past the sky, past the moon, past all of the planets in the solar system, past all of the solar systems in the galaxy, past all the galaxies in the universe, to the edge of the universe, past everything that's happened so far in all existence, through all of the opinions and laws of the universe, all the way up into the 7th plane of pure potential. Creator, creatrix of all that is, it is commanded for complete clarity, pure presence, knowing who we really are, full awareness of our soul purpose, our truth, our higher self connection, clearing away all the old shadow, instantly and completely healing anything that needs to be healed, completely and totally calling complete all karma, releasing any oaths, vows, commitments, hooks, cords, everyone else's soul fragments, healed in highest love and light of the seventh plane, and returned to everyone else, and returning all of our soul fragments and heart pieces to us, completely healed in highest love and light, returning to our beautiful hearts, our hearts spinning right again, full activation of our perfect alignment, every cell in our body fully in alignment and activation with our soul purpose, tuned in to our clarity. We're going to align our words and intentions and actions with our highest timeline, our greatest good. Everything that is meant to be ours to support us showing up easily and safely at the perfect timing. And all the doors that are not meant for us are just closed and released. Full activation of our joy, our health, our well-being, our prosperity, our abundance. Full recognition of the life-changing time to be able to see and understand the truth, to receive divine downloads with clarity and love, to activate our full awareness in five-dimensional self so that we are fully empowered by our joy and vitality, deactivating any old programming, disease, any blocked or limited beliefs, any old selves that no longer need to be activated are completely deactivated, fully activating our youth, vitality, our well-being, our soul purpose, our crystalline golden age, fifth dimensional self, fully charged, fully aligned, fully at peace with our soul purpose, knowing exactly when to take action in perfect, safe, beautiful timing, completely supported by the universe. Calling in all of the support in relationships, both romantic, platonic, career relationships, anything that needs to come to us in perfect clarity, in perfect understanding, with perfect loving boundaries, so that everyone can create win-win-win-win situations where everyone gets to win, benefit, totally activate their next evolution of self into this crystalline reality of the golden age, aligning us with our highest expression of our soul purpose and truth, and fully calming all of our adrenal glands into peace, having that beautiful lift of divine inspiration and the grounding of the support of Gaia Pachamama. Fully at balance with our divine masculine and our divine feminine. Fully aware that we are the creators of this reality and that every bit of our existence is right on. All this and better, all this and more. We welcome divine, perfect surprises and joy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done, it is done, it is done. Amen, aho. Excellent. As you're coming back from that, make sure we're celebrating every victory, every day. I woke up this morning saying the mantra because I listened before I thought. I listened to the mantra, may we all shine at our brightest light that is sustainable and at peace, but may we shine our brightest existence together. So I'm looking forward to being with you all in different ways. The beautiful, magical Michelle Orwick will be returning this week from Egypt herself to bring us this incredible Pink Rose Gate program starting soon, and get all aligned with that. And I will be in a lot of these things, and I love being the backup teacher. So what a joy and honor to have been the guest host of Magical Mondays for the past few weeks here on Soul Circle. Do connect with us. Also, a lot of things, if you've missed anything, is on the beautiful YouTube channel. So if you look at the Michelle Orwick's YouTube channel, you can see a lot of the activations that have been happening, because you can definitely see the progression of everything that's happening for our soul journey right now. And it's nice to know, it's nice to connect and realize that we're right on track and that there's nothing really wrong. As many things there is wrong, nothing's really wrong, and just to shine on through it. Excellent. So I hope everybody has a beautiful week and a beautiful month and a beautiful life, and to remember to live magically. Excellent. Thank you, everyone.